Hey everyone, this is Matthew. Welcome back to the channel. Today is Monday, December 1st, 2025, and this is your Daily Nasdaq Futures Recap, the show where we break down every move, every catalyst, and of course, every single trade our algorithm fired off throughout the session. Let's jump right into it. Market news. It was a relatively quiet start to the week. At 9:45 a.m., we got the Chicago PMI, followed at 10 a.m. by the S&P Global Manufacturing PMI and the ISM Manufacturing PMI. Then at 11:30 a.m., we had the 3- and 6-month Treasury bill auctions, along with the Atlanta Fed GDP update. No notable tech earnings after hours. Very typical for the Monday following Thanksgiving. Overnight session. The overnight session kicked off with a small upside gap. Our robot opened a long position, but the optimism didn't last. Bitcoin began crashing hard, sliding toward 86,600, and Nasdaq followed it straight down. The long position was closed for a loss, and the bot flipped short. Once the Asian markets opened, volatility spiked. Bitcoin kept tanking. Nasdaq accelerated lower, and our short trade hit profit targets, recovering the earlier loss. By the end of the overnight session, unrealized profit Saturday at $173. Morning session. The selling pressure continued into the early morning. Nasdaq dipped all the way to 25,193, with Bitcoin still in free fall. But at 8:30 a.m., the drop finally paused. Bitcoin bounced off 84,150, and Nasdaq stabilized heading into the opening bell. The 9:30 a.m. open. When the U.S. stock market opened, tech stocks were dropping. At 10 a.m., the ISM Manufacturing PMI came in at 48.2, a touch lower than the previous 48.5. The S&P Global PMI followed at 52.2, also slightly below last month's 52.5. The market dipped on the releases. Our robot entered a short position, but the reversal was quick. Apple was shooting up fast. Nasdaq pushed back up, and the trade was closed for a small loss. Realized profit at this point, $154. At 11:30 a.m., the Atlanta GDP estimate came in unchanged at 3.9%, and the market barely reacted. Heading into noon, the market dipped again. Our robot attempted another short, but volatility knocked it out for another small loss, bringing realized profit down to $138. AMD stayed completely flat for us today. No gains, no losses. Afternoon session. Most major tech names stayed in the red throughout the afternoon, with one exception, Apple, the lone green ticker in a sea of selling. By the closing bell, the Nasdaq settled at 25,400, still weighed down by the massive overnight Bitcoin sell-off. After hours, nothing significant after the close. No major headlines. No earnings surprises. A calm finish to a very messy day, with traders still frustrated by Bitcoin's sudden collapse. Summary. Today was the Monday after Thanksgiving, and the first trading day of December, and we kicked off the new month with yet another 7% drop in Bitcoin, which dragged risk assets all across the board. As for our results, $138 realized profit trading 1 micro Nasdaq futures. No profit, no loss on AMD trading. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next Nasdaq Futures Recap.